this is going to be a pretty quick and concise training for you, and we always look at how can we make the biggest difference the fastest. And so today I'm going to share with you 3 simple tips to recruit more people into Mannatech using social media. And my name is Ray Higdon. I'll give you my intro here shortly. But first of all, I just want to say thanks to Mannatech Corporate, and you should be thanking Mannatech Corporate. You know, I talked with Al and actually one of our coaching clients, Luciano. I talked with Ben and Patricia and a few other of the folks at Mannatech Corporate, and they have actually paid to have myself and my wife do a training event for you guys that I'll share with you here in a moment. At the end of July, we're going to be in Dallas-Fort Worth doing a 2-day boot camp on the Social Global Mobile boot camp, and showing you exactly how to use the internet to explode your business inside of Mannatech. It's going to be pretty awesome, the first of its kind, and we're really excited to bring that. I'll share with you the details here in a minute, but I got a couple of quick questions for you before we get started, just to make sure we're on the right track, and I just want to kind of get your juices flowing. But I'm just curious, how would you feel if you were recruiting an additional 3 to 10 people every single month, month in, month out, from social media? How would that feel? What would that be like? And the second question here is, how would you feel if you witnessed your team, their recruiting results go through the roof, and they were actually up on stage at the next Manifest convention, at the next Mannatech convention, giving you big thanks, pointing you out in the crowd and saying, thank you so much for that training you gave me. That was fantastic. How would that feel? I'm just curious. I'd love to see some answers here. Irvin says awesome. Paul says great. Paul says even better. Very cool. Troy says amazing. Paulette, outstanding. Well, I'm here to tell you that's possible. And this is something that, you know, my wife and I were able to actually witness, and it's something that we really truly hope to create for Mannatech and for you guys on here tonight, and we're going to have some fun. So some of you, I'm sure, are like, who is this dude? Like, why am I listening to him? Should I even bother listening to him? Well, I'll tell you a little bit about me. You know, a few years ago, I just had to escape the corporate rat race. I had worked my way up corporate America to a pretty good salary, but I realized a couple things. Number one, I didn't want my boss's job, and I didn't want their boss's job, right? They were both miserable, okay? My boss was miserable, his boss was miserable, her boss was miserable, and the other thing that I realized is that I was spending more time with pictures of my kids than the real thing. So I decided, you know what, let's leave this, you know, corporate high-paid salary and let's go strike it on our own. And I actually went into real estate, and it went well for a little bit until it didn't. When the real estate market changed, I got completely wiped out, lost everything that I had saved, went into personal foreclosure, was dead broke, lost it all. From there, a few years ago, I decided to get serious about network marketing, and jumped into a network marketing while I was still in foreclosure. Within 5 months, using social media and the internet, was at $10,000 a month. Within 7 months, I was at $42,000 a month. Within 10 months, I was at $50,000 a month. And you know, I'm telling you this because social media works, network marketing works, using the internet works, and we've been able to do that. In that company, my wife and I actually became the #1 income earners. She actually had her own position. She was the #1 female earner. You know, my position was the #1 earner, and we did over $1 million in commissions with that company and rocked it out. Now, earlier this year, we decided that we're going to serve the industry as a whole, the profession as a whole, and we did. We no longer actively build a network marketing team, so you don't have to worry about that. We're not trying to recruit you away or anything like that. But we actually sold our position, which is another pretty neat thing about network marketing, that we were able to do that. But we sold our network marketing position. This was early this year, and since then we've been doing keynote speeches and structuring training for network marketing companies as well as network marketing company leaders, and we're just having an absolute blast doing it. So, you know, that's just a little bit about me. I can tell you I've been in your shoes. I've been in where, you know, times are really lean and times are really tough. risen to the very top of a network marketing company, doing over $50,000 a month in that company, and I can show you how to increase your results when it comes to social media recruiting and when it comes to using the internet. And today is just the beginning. The real meat and potatoes is going to be July 30th through 31st in Dallas-Fort Worth. It is our very first Social Mobile Global Boot Camp specifically for Manatech. This is for Manatech reps only. And again, big kudos, big, just awesome kudos and congratulations to you guys as Manatech reps that you have a company that is proactively going out there and locating training to help you grow your business. This is something that I think is going to, just revolutionize the entire profession. But just give it up to your corporate. Be sure to send them, like maybe those edible fruit things, or I don't know, some high-end chocolate, gourmet chocolate, or at least a thank you card, or at least a thank you email to your corporate team in Manatech, Al and Ben and all the people involved there, Patricia, and I know there's a few others. Send them a thank you if you're excited about this, because not every company does this. A lot of times companies just don't invest in providing high quality training for their reps. This is a very big deal. So this is going to be an intimate event. This is not a 10,000 person event. We're going to have a few hundred people in there at max. We do have a pretty limited capacity, but there are still some tickets left. So if you'd like, go to events.manatech.com, get your tickets, tell your team about it. I'm just letting you know you're about to experience about 20-25 minutes of training with me, but imagine 2 days with me and also with my wife. She is she's the boss of the family. She's actually she's known for her social media training, and she's just going to blow you guys away. So let's get the party started. Tonight you're going to learn this is a short, concise training sharing 3 tips to recruit more people on social media. Just so you guys know, this is being recorded, because I can guarantee you once we go through this, you're going to say, oh my God, I totally wish that my teammates were on this. Oh man, darn it. Well, you will be able to share it with your teammates, and we'll provide that to you. Just so you know, these things don't happen, in an instant. Usually takes a day or two for us to get the replay out, but I promise we will do that for you. We'll get that over to Manatech Corporate, and they'll be able to send it out to you guys, and you can share to your heart's desire. It'll be totally, easy for you to be able to do that. So just want to let you know. Okay, so let's get started. So you ready to rock? Excited so far? You guys, I wonder let me know who's coming. I wonder who I'm going to be able to meet and take pictures with, and we can do a bunch of selfies. It'll be a lot of fun. But I look forward to seeing some of you in Dallas-Fort Worth. We're going to have a lot of fun. All right, so first tip, don't give away the mystery. Now, this is going to sound very funny, being that this is a corporate training. In fact, this might be the first time. Actually, you know what? I can't say that, because we have trained other companies this, but this is maybe one of the few times that you'll ever hear a company training that says what I'm about to say, and that is, don't talk about Manatech constantly on social media. Now, I know that sounds strange. I know that you're probably on here saying, what? But I love Manatech. I want to blow it up. And, what do you mean don't talk about it? Here's the problem, okay? There's a couple problems, okay? One, it gives away your power. What you want to do, instead of blasting your company name, of talking Manatech, 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 is, instead of that, raise curiosity. I'll tell you, one of the really powerful ways that we've recruited hundreds of people using social media is getting people to reach out to us and say, hey, I see that you guys are rocking something. What are you in? What company are you a part of? Now, see, if I had talked about my company the whole time, no one would have reached out asking that. Here's what happens. Here's exactly what happens when you are constantly talking about Manatech on your social media profile, okay? One, some people, they see it as spammy. Let's be honest, okay? We love what we love, but when someone is constantly talking about a particular thing that they sell, we see it as spammy. Number two, you're going to have people that see it and say, ooh, that sounds interesting. Let me Google it. Now, what happens when we Google anything? If you Google the Baptist Church, if you Google any charity you've ever seen that you care about, if you Google anything, even fantastic things, you're going to find someone out there that is negative. So will your prospects. And our mind is trained. We can't help it. We can't help it. Our mind is trained to find the negative in what we search for. This is why the newspaper doesn't talk about, rainbows and unicorns. They talk about all the stuff that is negative, right? This is why the news talks about all the stuff that's negative, because that's what our mind grabs onto. So there may be, one person out there in North Dakota that blasts Mannatech, and that's what they'll find. And now they won't even reach out to you because they found something negative, but the bad part is you don't even know they were ever interested. You have no idea they even searched it because you lost your power as the gatekeeper of information because you gave away the mystery. Don't give away the mystery. Hold that card. Don't constantly talk. Now, I'm not saying you don't have to ever, but I'm just letting you know it is more powerful. And guys, I want you to understand something. We've done a lot of marketing. Over the last 7 years, we've done over 1,800 blog posts, over 700 podcasts, over 300 periscopes. This week alone, our Facebook page reached over 2.5 million people. We've studied marketing. And when we were actively building a network marketing business, our recruiting did not increase if we talked about the company name on social media. It increased when we raised more curiosity. When we talked about people who were succeeding in our team but didn't say what company they were in. Don't give away your power. Don't give away the mystery. And I'm telling you, I know that there's even going to be corporate people that are like, Ray, man, you're telling them not to talk about Mannatech? Come on, man. I'm trying to make you efficient, and I want you to increase your actual results, not just think that branding the company makes a lot of sense. I'm telling you, love the company. It's fantastic. I've met the leaders. They're fantastic. I've talked with Al, the CEO. He's fantastic. That doesn't mean that you need to talk about the company name on social media. Instead, raise curiosity. Say, oh my goodness, I'm so excited to be working with my new teammate, Joe. Joe is a teacher and he's ready to rock it. Don't say, I'm so glad Joe just joined my Mannatech team. Very little distinction, but you become the power. You are the gatekeeper of information, and you're going to raise more curiosity than resistance. You're going to have people reach out to you and say, hey, I saw that you just added a teammate or something. Like, what are you doing? But see, if you put the company name in there, they would never reach out to you. Now, I know that this might be different. This might be different than what you've heard in the past, but I'm just letting you know, if you want to be more effective on social media, don't hammer the company name on social media. That's tip number one. Tip number two, don't send unsolicited links. Now, I'm going to share with you two different reasons why this, or two different scenarios, okay? Often, when someone joins a network marketing company, they're excited, they're fired up. And what do? They go to their warm market. And what's the easiest way to go to all of your warm market at the same time? Email, right? Let's just shoot them a mass email. And what would we put in that email? Well, we're going for sales, so why not just put our sales page, put our order form, put our opportunity link? Okay, this is a very bad deal. Okay, this is the surest way. If you're sending a link before it's asked for or before you determine that someone actually wants the link, it is the surest way to not get a response, and it's also a source of losing your power. Now, there's a play in football, and it also happens to be a prayer, called a Hail Mary. And in football, at least American football, I should say, when you're losing the game and it's toward the game is about to end, and you basically tell your wide receivers to run down the football field, and you lob the football way into the air, and you hope and pray and you cross your fingers that someone catches it. That's what this looks like. It looks like you're so desperate for a sign up that you're just saying, here's my link, please join. Don't do that. Here's the analogy. Years ago, we all used to receive so much junk mail that we would open our mail over the trash. Now, I mean your physical mail outside, right? Your mailbox. You would go get it. You would come to the trash, and you would open the trash can, and you would open your mail. You would go through your mail over the trash can. Now, some of us created that as a habit, and so we still do it, right? We still do it. And so, like me, I'm trained. I still do that. I still check my mail. I don't get a lot of junk mail anymore, because people just don't send as much as they used to, but I still open my mail over my trash can. This is now how people open their emails and their Facebook messages. They open it, they look to see if there's a link. If there's a link, they look at who it's from, and if they're not really strongly built rapport with that person, they delete it or they move to the next message. Now, I'm just curious, how many of you have sent an email or a message to someone and never got a response? If you've been prospecting and you've been sending unsolicited links, chances are it's happened to you hundreds of times. Hundreds of times. Now, instead, ask questions. Ask questions. We're not going to teach you how to Hail Mary down the end of the end zone and hope for the best. We're going to teach you how to ask effective questions so that you're getting on the phone and you're sending that link to someone who actually wants it. If you want to increase the amount of responses that you get from your Facebook messages and from your emails, then ask before you send a link. Don't just blanketly send a link, because here's what happens. Now, I realize some of you have already done this, and I won't ask for a raise of hands. I already know you've done it, right? There's just some people that have done it because you haven't been trained. That's okay. But just realize when you reach out to the people that you've already sent a link to and you say, hey, I sent a link to you and I didn't hear back, they're going to say, oh, I saw it, I'm not interested. Now, the truth is they don't know anything about the company. All they know is you sent them a link before they asked for it, so they're not interested. So you've lost your power with that person or anyone that you've sent an unsolicited link. Now, there are ways to overcome that, and those are some of the things that we'll teach at the two-day event, but I'm telling you right now, don't send unsolicited links. Now, tip number 3, moving right along, say less to more people. I don't know how many people I've talked to over the years, and we've trained, we've been blessed to share the stage with people like Les Brown, Eric Worre, Brendon Burchard, Tony Robbins, Bob Proctor, Robert Kiyosaki. We've been able to share the stage with some amazing individuals, and we've done keynote speeches at all kinds of different network marketing companies, and we've trained. In fact, right now, we have, I believe, 9 million a year earners in network marketing as actual personal coaching clients. And I don't know how many people I've talked to over the years that say, Ray, I'm trying to convince this person and they're just not buying into it. How do I convince them? Say less to more people. Okay? Stop trying to chase, convince, bug, or even close, and instead focus on who's open. Do you know what creates the majority of frustration in network marketing is trying to convince someone who's not open? Stop it. Stop trying to convince someone who isn't open and instead say less to more people. The time that you spend trying to convince someone that's not open, whether it's through social media or whether it's warm market or cold market or offline, online, doesn't matter. The amount of time you spend trying to convince someone who's not open could be spent sending messages to other people who might be open. Don't worry about the people that don't respond to you and just go talk to more people. And as long as you're following some of the rules, because there are some rules around social media prospecting and recruiting, you'll be fine. Okay? You'll be absolutely fine. Now, those are 3 of our most basic tips, but they're also 3 of the most violated tips. I know so many people that send unsolicited links that talk all day long about their company, and they say way too much to people who aren't even open. Those 3 tips right there could very easily increase your recruiting results, but we're obviously going to go into way more details at the actual event. Now, has this been helpful? I'm just curious. We got a little bit more to go, but I'm just curious. Okay, Alex is loving it. Sharon's digging it. All right, cool. Nancy, Troy, Stu. Very cool. All right. So I told you, we were going to keep this short, but I got a couple more things, and then I'm going to go take a look at a couple of the questions. Let me see the time. Okay, we got a few minutes here. Okay. You've just experienced about 15 minutes of training. We've covered 3 major concepts that most people, I assure you, in your team struggle with. Those 3 things. I would highly suggest you share this training with them when we have the recording here in a day or so. Okay. Just imagine spending 2 entire days with us. Now, just so you're aware, I'm not getting a cut of the tickets, so I'm not here to hammer you with tickets and because I get some kind big fancy cut or something like that. I'm doing this because I seriously want to create a case study with your company, and I want to create multiple 6-figure earners out of this 2-day event. I'm not joking. No holds barred. Now, I can't guarantee anything, because I'm kind of like your personal trainer. I can't do the push-ups and sit-ups for you. Boy, imagine if you could. Boy, would I hire someone to do sit-ups for me. If they could get me a 6-pack, I totally would. If someone else could diet for me and I could eat donuts and someone else could do sit-ups and I could just sit on the couch, boy, would that be awesome. But it doesn't happen, and it can't happen, right? So I can't guarantee you a result, but I can tell you right now, you're going to experience training you've never experienced before. I'm just letting you know. And 2 days with us, we're going to share you step by step exactly what to do on social media to absolutely crush it. And if you happen to come and your upline doesn't, your upline is going to call you, I guarantee you, and say, what are you doing? How are you getting these numbers? How are you rank advancing so quickly now, whereas before you weren't? You're going to get those kind of questions. I'm just letting you know. So it is July 30th or 31st, Dallas-Fort Worth, events.manatech.com. You got a couple weeks to secure that. We hope to see you. We already have people coming internationally. We have people coming from all over the world for the very first. And by the way, there's only one first. Okay. Now, will there be a second, third, fourth, fifth? Probably. We can't guarantee that. Some of that is dependent on the popularity of the first one. But there will only ever be one first, and this is going to be a doozy of a one. Okay. We're going to teach you how to set up your social media profiles, scripts on how to reach out to people, how to take people from social media to get them on the actual phone, how to teach your team social media, and how to attract people to you and get them chasing you. This works like crazy. Now, many of you on here, I believe, not all, but many of you on here, you're probably used to chasing people. You're probably used to saying, hey, I sent you a message and I didn't hear back, or hey, I called you but I never got a call back, right? Well, we're going to teach you how to actually get people chasing you and pursuing you and wanting to work with you and wanting to purchase your products, join your team, etc. We're going to show you exactly the attraction marketing formula. That is something that we've been doing for the last 7 years, and we've been teaching teams all over the world that exact formula on how to get people reaching out to you instead of you having to do all the reaching out. Now, that doesn't mean you can stop your prospecting, because we're a big fan of controlling that and prospecting. And we're going to have plenty of time at before almost every break where you can get your questions answered as well. And it's something that is seriously going to be a lot of fun. Now, one individual that is going to be my my trainer as well. We're both going to be your co-trainers. Jessica Higdon, this is my wife. She worked at the makeup counter, and she built a $10,000 a month income inside network marketing at age 21 using Facebook, recruiting people she didn't know. Now, that's a very important distinction. Now, she's 21, right? Or she's not now, but when she built this, she was 21 years old. Her friends didn't want to have anything to do with network marketing or making money or building a business. And she'll share with you exactly step by step what she did to do it. She started reaching out to business owners, professionals, insurance agents, financial planners, and she built a $10,000 a month income, became the #1 female earner in that company at age 21. By the way, we're doing a second follow-up webinar with you on July 12th, and she's going to be running that one, and she's going to blow your mind. I'm just letting you know. She's going to blow your mind on July 12th, the free webinar. Whether you decide to invest in yourself, invest in your life, invest in your family and career, and come to the two-day event or not, you'll still be able to enjoy that free webinar on July 12th. So get your tickets before they sell out at events.manatech.com. I really hope to see you there. By the way, I love selfies, so let's do some selfies together. Let's have some fun. I promise you this may end up being the best investment in your life, in your business, and in your career that you've ever made. And we're really, really excited to see you there. So I know we only got a couple minutes left here. I'm going to take a quick look. So Paul's asking about LinkedIn. We will cover some LinkedIn at the actual event. We don't really have time, right now to get into LinkedIn, but we have recruited professionals from LinkedIn. There are way fewer people that are prospecting on LinkedIn than on Facebook, but we do show you how to do that. Paul's asking, will we be archiving the two-day boot camp? I believe that you are able to actually attend via live stream if you would like. I believe, Ben, you may have to correct me on that, but reach out to support on that. I believe that's the case, and there you go. Okay, awesome. Andre, oh yeah, Andre is on here. Yay, awesome. Very cool. All right. How can we be a part of it if we're not able to attend physically? Oh, okay. Ben is saying that they will have access for 30 days if you buy the live stream. All right, let me see. Let's see if we get another question in here. Let's see. Looking. All right. Awesome. Okay, cool. Awesome. Oh, cool. Paulette and Ron are going to be there. That's awesome. We look forward to seeing you guys. Well, there you go, my friends. We'll get this replay out here in a couple days. 3 quick tips that could seriously change your recruiting results already. We're just getting started. July 12th is the next webinar. And then, of course, we'll see you for the 2 entire days where we immerse you in how exactly to become a recruiting machine on social media. We look forward to seeing you and look forward to sharing what we've learned over the years and help you get to that next level, help you get to that next rank, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much. Have an amazing night, and we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.